Shri Guru Pahimam, Sadguru Pahimam, Shri Guru Pahimam. Gurave Sarvalokanam, Vishaje Bhavaroginam, Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam, Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnur, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gajananam Bhutaganati Sevitam, Kapitta Jambu Palasara Bhakshitam, Umasutam Shoka Vinasakaranam, Namami Vigneshwara Padapangajam, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini, Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavadu Me Sada, Shivam Shivagaram Shantam Shivatmanam Shivottamam, Shivamargha Pranetaram Pranatosmi Sadashivam. Ayaddehi Dhanam Dehi Vidyam Dehi Maheshwari, Abhishtamayyilam Devi Dehi Me Parameshwari, Sarvamangalamangallye Shive Sarvartha Satake, Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute, Sharanagada Dirnatha Paritrana Parayane, Sarvasyati Hare Devi Narayani Namostute, Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase, Raghunataya Nataya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha, Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Shantakaram Bhujagasayanam Padmanabham Suresham, Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisam Meghavarnam Shubhangam, Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hridhyanagamyam, Vande Vishnum Bhava Bhayaharam Sarvalokaikanatham, Meghasyamam Peethakauseya Sri Vatsangam Kaustubodhvasitangam, Punyo Bhetam Pundarikayataaksham Vishnum Vande Sarvalokaikanatham, Sashankhachakram Sakirida Kundalam Sapitavastram Sarasiru Hekshanam, Sahara Vakshastala Shobhikaustubham Namami Vishnum Sirasa Chatutbhujam. Chayayam Parijadasya Hema Simhasanopari, Asinamambutasya Mamayataakshamalankrtam, Chandrananam Chaturbhagum Chivatsangidavakshasam, Rukmini Satyabhamabhyam Sahitam Krishnamashraye, Anyatha Sharanam Nasti Tvameva Sharanam Mama, Tasmat Karunya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Janadhana, Raksha Raksha Maheshwara, Raksha Raksha Maheshwari, Manojavam Marututulya Vegam, Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam, Vatatmajam Vanarayutha Mukyam, Sri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami, Buddhid Balam Yashodhairyam, Nirbhayattam Marogata, Ajadyam Vakpadutvancha, Hanumatsmaranad Bhavet. Shuddha Spadiga Sankasham, Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam, Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam, Sada Shivamaham Shraye, Shankarupena Machittam, Panki Kritamabhudyaya, Kim Kariyasya Samaya, Shankaracharyamashreye, Prahlada Varado Devo, Yondrasimha Paro Harihi, Nrisimhopasakam Nityam, Tam Nrisimha Gurum Bhaje, Sri Satchidananda Shivabhinavya Nrisimha Bharatya Vidhan Yatindran, Vidyanidhin Mantranidhin Sadatmanishtan Bhaje Manavashambhurupan, Sadatmadhyana Niratam Vishayebhyak Parangmukham, Naumi Sastreshu Nishnatam Chandrasekhara Bharatim, Vivekinam Mahapragyam Dhairyaudharyakshamanidhim, Sadabhinavapurvam Tam Vidyatirtha Gurum Bhaje, Ajnanam Janhavi Tirtham Vidyatirtham Vivekinam, Sarvesham Sukhadam Tirtham Bharati Tirthamashraye, Bharati Karuna Patram Bharati Padabhushanam, Bharati Padamarudham Bharati Tirthamashraye, Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam, Vande Vedanta Tattvajnam Vidushekara Bharatim, Mala Sudha Kumbha Vibhoda Mudra Vidya Virajat Karavari Jatam, Apara Karunya Sudhamburashim, Shri Sharadambam Pranatosmi Nityam. Today we will chant Shiva Manasa Puja Stotram, small one. रत्नैः कल्पितमासनं हिमजलैः स्नानं च दिव्याम्बरं नानारत्नविभूषितं मृगमदा मोदाङ्कितं चन्दनं जातीचम्पकबिल्वपत्ररचितं पुष्पं च धूपं तथा दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपते हृत्कल्पितं गृह्यतां सौवर्णेन नवरत्नखण्डरचिते पात्रे घृतं पायसं भक्ष्यं पञ्चवितं पयोदधियुतं रम्भाफलं पानकं शाकानामयुतं जलं रुचिकरं कर्पूरखण्डोज्ज्वलं ताम्बूलं मनसा मया विरचितं भक्त्या प्रभो स्वीकुरु छत्रं चामरयोर्युगं व्यजनकं चादर्शकं निर्मलं वीणाभेरिमृदङ्गकाहलकला गीतं च नृत्यं तथा साष्टाङ्गं प्रणतिस्तुतिर्बहुविधा ह्येतत्समस्तं मया सङ्कल्पेन समर्पितं तव विभो पूजां गृहाण प्रभो आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामतिः सहचराः प्राणाः शरीरं गृहं पूजा ते विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधिस्थितिः सञ्चारः पदयोः प्रदक्षिणविधिः स्तोत्राणि सर्वा गिरः यद्यत्कर्म करोमि तत्तदखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनं करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वापराधं विहितम् अविहितं वा सर्वमेतत् क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो. With the Sadguru's Anugraham, today we will see the Guru Parampara of Sringeri Sri Sharadha Peetham up to 12th Acharya, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. Just as all things that exist have their beginning in the one that ever exists without being born, so all knowledge has its beginning with the one who ever knows without the need for a knower, without the need for knowing from somebody. From him, the first manifested human being learns and imparts this knowledge to others who will follow him. This is why in Vedanta Parampara, we start with the Lord, Parameshwara himself, Sadashiva Samarambham. This Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya, the knowledge, it passes from Parameshwara to Brahmaji. Who has taught Parameshwara? There is nobody, because he is Sarvajnaha, he is all knowledge himself. So there is no need for somebody to teach him. So he is the knowledge, embodiment of knowledge. From him it passes on to Brahmaji. Then in succession came the great sages, Rishi Parampara, father, son, that way relationship goes on. Vasishta, Shakti, Parashara, Vyasa and Shuka. Up to this father, son, Rishi Parampara. Then this Atmajnanam passes on from father to son. From Shukracharya, it passes on from teacher to disciple. Shuka's disciple was famous Gaudapadacharya, who wrote Mandukya Karika. From him, Govinda Bhagavat Pata learnt. From him, Adi Shankara learnt. So this is how the Guru Parampara of Atmajnanam comes. In this, Sringeri Guru Parampara starts with Adi Shankara. He is the Mulasthanam. 796 to 820, they say that is his year of. Then his Sishya, Sureshwaracharya, was the first Acharya appointed by Adi Shankaracharya to lead Sringeri Sharadha Peetham. The Sureshwaracharya is equal to Brihaspati, Guru of Devas. Sura Ishwara Acharya, his name itself is like that. He is highly qualified in all Shastras, wrote Manaso Ullasam, Vartika on Dakshinamurti Stotram. Then he wrote Naishkarmya Siddhi, Vedantic treatise. He is known for his Vartika. He is known as Vartika. That is commentary or explanation on Shankara Bhashyams. He has written commentaries or explanation or Vartikams on Bhashyams like Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutram, everything. So he is known as Vartikakara. Then the third guru was Nitya Bodhaganacharya. His period is between 818 and 848. I am not going to read the periods of all the people, only 2 or 3. Then Jnana Ghanacharya is the fourth Acharya. Now, if you go to Sringeri, next to Sharadha temple, there is one Janardhana Swami temple, which is built by this Guru, Jnana Ghanacharya. Then fifth Acharya is Gauda Jnanottama Sivacharya. Then Jnanagiri, then Simhagiri, then Ishwara Tirtha, then Narasimha Tirtha, up to 9th. Now, 10th Acharya is Vidya Shankara Tirtha, or he is known as Vidya Tirtha Mahaswamigal. His period is between 1229 to 1333, 104 years as Peethadhipathi. Then 11th Acharya is Bharati Krishna Tirtha, or he is known as Bharati Tirtha also, 1327 to 1380. Then Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. He is the 12th Acharya of Sringeri Peetham. Today we will see the history of the above Parampara, concentrating more on 10th, 11th and 12th Acharyas. One point we should remember is all the Acharyas of this Sringeri Peetham are Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada's Amsam or Swarupam only. Acharya, Adi Shankaracharya is Swarupam of Mahadeva, and all the subsequent Acharyas are Amsam of Adi Shankara. This is the Shraddha and Bhakti we should have towards our Guru Parampara. The 10th Acharya was the illustrious Vidya Shankara Tirtha Mahaswamigal. He is known as a great yogi or Yogi Raja, Yoga Raja. Unfortunately, we don't have much of writings about the earlier Acharyas up to Sri Vidya Tirtha Mahaswamigal. But we can conceive or we can understand the greatness of this Acharya from the reverence he commanded at the hands of his disciples, Sri Bharati Krishna Tirtha and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, and also from the famous Vijayanagara kings also. They had also written books in praise of this Bharati Krishna Vidyashankara Tirtha Mahaswamigal. From their works we can understand how qualified, how talented he must be. In Guru Vamsa Kavya Sangraham, it is, see, I have collected all the details from Jnanananda Bharati Mahaswamigal's writing, and then Guru Vamsa Kavyam Sangraham also. It was translated in Tamil, little bit I have gathered. And also recently when Sri Sannidhanam came on Vijay Yatra to Chennai, there was Guru Traya Samsmaranam, where Upanyasam was given by Sri Saujanya Kumar. It was very informative. From that also I have compiled all these details. So that's why it is authentic. So in Guru Vamsa Kavya Sangraham, it is mentioned that he was a Jitendriyaha. Vidya Tirtha Mahaswamigal or Vidya Shankara Tirtha Mahaswamigal is known as Jitendriyaha, had complete control over his sense organs. All the time recollecting Upanishad statements, Mahavakyams. Although he would be talking to his disciples, outwardly he will be discussing with them, but inwardly he will always be doing Dhyanam of Mahavakyam. removing the sorrows of bhaktas, thus earning the title Yoga Raja. Now in Birdavali we have seen Vaidiga Marga Pravartaka, then Tapas Chakravarti. It was all mentioning about him because he was also responsible for establishing Vedic lifestyle wherever he went. We can see a lot of similarities between Adi Shankaracharya and Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal and also Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, all those Swamigals, lot of similarities we can see. Vidyatirtha was doing tapas all the time. He ensured that all the matha karyams, matha activities are also carried on appropriately without any problems. In the midst of his dhyanam, japam, puja, etc., he did anugraham to all the disciples. Seeing the rise of anti-Sanatana Dharma in those days, the sufferings of Hindu community people at the hands of Muslim invaders, he made a sankalpa in his mind that he had to establish a Hindu samrajyam and revitalize the Sanatana Dharma. Because of his yoga shakti, he knew that he will have two sishyas who were brothers, and through them he will be accomplishing his sankalpa. That is the shakti he had. He's a great tapasvi. We can understand his tapas, his yoga shakti to some extent if you can see the beautiful edifice in stone which they have raised over the chamber into which he disappeared. He retired in Lambika Yoga. In Yoga Shastram there is a called Lambika Yoga. And he was not seen anymore in the human body. That bears testimony to that reverence and greatness in yoga. Veda Bhashyam written by Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal had equated Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal with Lord Parameshwara. That is, his disciple is equating him with Lord Parameshwara. No visitor to Sringeri can fail to notice Sri Vidya Shankara temple and be impressed with the grandeur of the conception and architectural beauty of the temple. The temple was conceived, planned and built by Bharati Krishna Tirtha and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal in memory of their Guru. It was built based on Yantra Shastram and Mantra Shastrams. The Sthapati or the Shilpi who actually built the temple, by understanding the ideas of these great sages, it is yet another wonder. It contains in it finely carved stones, the essence of Puranas, Yoga Shastras, astronomy and every other practical subject. You can see the picture of Dasavataram on the outer walls, Yali with stone balls in the mouth which cannot be removed. One will wonder how did they do that? And then chains made out of stone hanging from the roof. All of them are wonders. On the outside wall you can see the murtis of Surya Devata and Chandra Devata. On Surya Devata, the Chandra Grahanam, the rays of Chandra will not fall. The rays of moon will not fall on any time. Similarly, on Chandra Vigraha, the sun rays will not fall. It is impossible to adequately describe each and every detail of this temple. One has to go and enjoy seeing that, appreciating the greatness of that. One important point is, we cannot omit to mention is, the hall in front of the Garbhagriha is quite symmetrical and has a dome at the center, resting on 12 pillars arranged in circular form. On these pillars are carved the figures of 12 signs of the zodiac in order. that is from Mesham, Rishabham, Mithunam, etc. There are three small gateways on three sides, eastern side, northern side and western side, on the southern side, opening into the hall. The sun, when it rises in the mornings, throws its rays only on the pillar on which is carved the Rasi in which the sun is on that particular month, and no other pillar throughout that solar month. For example, in this month, only on that particular pillar the sun rays will fall, on no other pillar. So this wonder one can see only by going and staying there for many days and seeing that. The skill of the architect is known as Jakkanna by name, according to Guru Vamsa Kavya. And the genius of the two great sages, Sri Bharati Krishna Tirtha and Vidyaranya, who conceived the ideas and guided that they are being expressed in stonework, baffle our mind. For a detailed description with the plates, we can see Mysore Archaeological Report for the year 1916, pages 12 to 15. So many details Jnananda Bharati Swamigal has written from that book. In this connection, it is also worth mentioning the history of an image or stone sculpture preserved and worshipped in Simhagiri even now. I have brought this picture. You must have seen it in temple also. This also was circulated on that day, Guru Traya Samsmaranam day, on this, at this side. This actually, Vidyashankara Tirtha Mahaswamigal has shown this sculpture to his disciple Bharati Krishna Tirtha and told him, this is how I will be after my Videha Mukti. This is how I would be. That this sculpture is still there in Simhagiri, which is called Hale Sringeri. One can see while walking across the bridge over Tungabhadra river on the right hand side. This image has four faces, whereon respectively carved the figures of Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal and his two disciples on one side. That is Bharati Krishna Tirtha on one side and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal on the other side. It is on one side of the Vigraham. The other three sides will have Brahma, Vishnu, Shivan. Lakshmi Narasimha is found carved above these, and the top is surmounted by a linga. This is a physical symbol of the formless absolute of Vedantins. It is said that this image was shown by Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal as the model of the shape which his body would assume after 12 years of undisturbed Lambika Yoga. That is, he was telling to his disciple. But he insisted on one condition, that this chamber, after he entered, should not be opened by anybody before 12 years. Unfortunately, after he entered the chamber, after he told them to close the lid, everything was done. Just 3 years had elapsed, but one curious person, they just opened the door, the chamber. Unfortunately for all of us, there was only a lingam. Of course, they could not see his physical body. Only a lingam was found in its place in the course of transformation. Only the form of the topmost linga. So naturally his disciples Bharati Krishna Tirtha and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal felt greatly disturbed at this incident which they never anticipated. Later on, they were informed by Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal in their dream that the promised phenomenon would no more occur because his instructions were not carried out. And so he also told them to install another linga in its place. So on top of that, they have constructed another lingam, and that is what is being worshipped now as Vidyashankara. The model image at Simhagiri was itself consecrated at Simhagiri as Chaturmurti Vidyeshwara, and people started worshipping there. it is strongly believed that this great yogi Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal is still in the chamber in Lambika Yoga, and it is said that Devaganas worship him every night, and that sometimes the ringing of the bells by them is heard at the dead of night even today. Of course, in order to hear all these things, one must have the proper mind also, one must be really qualified. So, for them, it is heard. This fact can be referred in Bhakti Sudha Tarangini, page 231, written by Sachidananda Bharati Mahaswamigal. On account of this reason, all the Srimukhas issued from the Mutt, even today, go under the seal of Sri Vidya Shankara only. In Birdavali also, Vidya Shankara Pada Padma Radhaka, we say it is only in praise of Vidya Shankara Mahaswamigal. And then the 11th Acharya, Sri Bharati Krishna Tirtha Mahaswamigal and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. In the city of Warangal, in those days it is called Ekashila Nagara. There lived a scholarly Brahmana family. Their father was highly educated. The parents had 2 sons, the gap of 3 years. And both of them were brought up in Vaidika lifestyle. All necessary samskaras were done to both the children, Jatakarma, Namakarma, Upanayana, etc. And they learnt Vedas, Shastrams. Their father was very good in Jyotisha Shastra. The elder son had at some point of time, he had gone to Kasi for higher studies. But the younger one is already matured. He wanted to take up sannyasa ashrama. He told his parents about his desire. Which parent will immediately agree for that? As usual, no, as expected, they also did not allow him to go. Although he did not want his son to go, his father referred to his Jatakam and found out that he has sannyasa yoga, so he cannot stop him from taking up sannyasa. So he said, okay, all the best, you go. He agreed. Then he started his journey to go to Sringeri to find his guru. The moment he saw Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal doing tapas under the shade of the tree, he knew that it was his guru. And the same was guru's feeling also. The guru also saw this boy. He realized that it is his Sishya. See, this is the relationship. The moment Guru sees the Sishya, he knows that he is the right person. That's a relationship. Then afterwards, the Guru asks him where from he is coming and what are his background, why did he come and all those details. Then the young boy tells all the story about his parents and why he came. He wanted to take up sannyasa ashrama. He wanted to go into jnanam, atma jnanam. He is very interested. He is not at all interested in worldly pursuits. Seeing the vairagyam in his mind, the young boy was initiated into sannyasa ashrama by Mahaswamigal, Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal, and he gave him sannyasa diksha as Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal. It was given by Vidyatirtha as Bharati Krishna Tirtha. It was in the year 1327 he was initiated into sannyasa ashrama. He studied Advaita Vedanta Shastra under his guru with Shraddha and Bhakti. This is how this life is going on here. In the meantime, the elder brother who went to Kashi for higher studies, he came back to Warangal. Parents were very happy and all that, but then he asked what about his younger brother? They said that he was interested in sannyasa ashrama. He went to Sringeri, now he is a sannyasi. So he was very surprised. Then he said, I will also go to find my brother, to see how he is, what he is and all those. In fact, he also wanted to take up sannyasa. He told his parents. But his father said, you have Raja Yogam. You don't have sannyasa yogam. So how can you take up sannyasa? You don't go to sannyasa. So that's what his father told. But this boy seems to be more educated than his father. So he told his father, in his Jatakam, my sannyasa yogam is much more than Raja Yogam. So you don't worry about me. First let me go in search of my brother and find out where he is. And then later on we will see what we can do. So he went. He also left for Sringeri. Then he saw his younger brother in sannyasa dress, kashaya vastram, doing tapas. He being more, educated, he understood the ultimate aim of a Brahmana is to become a sannyasi, to get the Atma Jnanam. So he knew that that is the one which he wants. That is the purpose for which maybe Bhagavan has pushed him from Kashi to Warangal to Sringeri. He fell at the feet of Sri Bharati Krishna Tirtha Mahaswamigal or his Purvashrama younger brother. So there is no brotherly relationship there. This elder brother knows that he is the younger brother. Same with younger brother also. But there is no question of family relationship. The sannyasi asked him, how are you, where are you coming from, what is your name and all those. He also told his real name and he said that I would like to meet your guru, Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal. Had it been ourselves, what would we do? We know our guru very well, so immediately come with me, I will take you to guru. That's what we would do. But he being a very, very disciplined Sishya, he said, first I will seek the permission from the guru and then I will take you. Please wait. Then he took him to his guru. Once again, the guru also knows that he is the Sishya for him. The brothers, he already has the yoga Shakti, no? He has already understood, he already had the idea. So he was not surprised. Then he also understood the Vairagyam of the elder brother also. Then he gives him Sannyasa Diksha. Because for Sannyasa Ashrama, out of these four qualifications, Vairagyam is very, very important. So unless a guru is satisfied about the extent of your Vairagyam, he is not going to use Sannyasa Ashrama that easily. Because once you take up sannyasa, there is no U-turn. You cannot go back to Grihastha and all those. It's not possible. Therefore, one should not seek sannyasa without adequate Vairagyam. So this is a side note. So Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal gave sannyasa ashrama to him and gave Vidyaranya as sannyasa diksha. Both the young sannyasis in Purvashrama, they are brothers. They were learning Advaita Vedanta Shastram and other related Shastrams from his guru, from their guru, Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal, with Shraddha and Bhakti every day. Both of them were almost looking alike. Their behavior, their talks, so much, everything, because they are all coming from the same Parampara, same teaching also. Everything is similar. And their manobhavam also is the same. As per the Guru's direction, Bharati Krishna Tirtha succeeded as Guru, he being the senior most disciple. Although he was younger to his elder brother by 3 years, because of his seniority, his Guru gave Guru Sthanam for him as the 11th Acharya, Peethadhipathi, in the year 1333. And he was there as Peethadhipathi until 1380, 47 long years. Bharati Krishna Tirtha was like a Moolavar in a temple. In any temple we will see a Moolavar and a Utsavar. Moolavar will remain where he is and he will give anugrahams to all the bhaktas who come and seek the Moolavar. So he also remained in Sringeri, went here and there, little short distance only, he will come back. And he was only teaching Advaita Vedanta Shastram to people, doing puja, doing service to his Guru. Whereas his elder brother, Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, is like Moolavar, Utsavar. He would never stay in Sringeri. He would always go around, go out and do a lot of things. There are a lot of differences between these two. Bharati Krishna Tirtha Mahaswamigal had ensured that Vidyashankara temple was built in memory of his Guru. That temple work was going on according to the plans. Because Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal would always go outside and he will be in Sringeri. After the Videha Mukti, after the Lambika Yogam of Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal, they decided to build the temple. They called the Sthapati and both the brothers were there. So they had planned how to build the temple. Everything was sketched out. Then Vidyashankara Mahaswamigal went outside. Bharati Krishna Tirtha Mahaswamigal only stayed. Therefore, he had to oversee the construction activities of the temple. Every day he would do. Every day he would see the accounts of the particular activity. He will ensure that all the workers were paid their salary and he would ensure all of them were given adequate food. See, a great tapasvi, a great jnani would go into details of all these. This shows the Shraddha and Bhakti for their Guru. Recently, Sri Sannidhanam in his Anugraha Bhashanam also, he said, the Sthapati wanted to check whether these sannyasi brothers, whether they are adequately rich enough to give him the Sanmana. Because they were telling all big details, they were giving, about the plans to build a temple. So the Sthapati knew that it would require a lot of funds. Are they capable of getting funds from people? And first of all, my Sanmanam, whether my salary will be ensured, everyone will be worried about that. So he wanted to check. So, but he cannot ask the Swamigal directly, can you give me salary? So what he did was, he told him that, do you have golden coins in your matha? For that, Bharati Krishna Tirtha and Vidyaranya said, both of them were there. So they said, okay, no problem, we will bring. So they asked one Sishya to bring a plate of gold coins. So then the Sthapati saw a lot of gold coins were there. And next to the temple is Tungabhadra river, Tunga. So the Sthapati told Bharati Krishna Tirtha, just throw the coins in the river. Bharati Krishna Tirtha said, okay, he just took a handful of coins and just threw them in the river without batting his eyelid. Then this Sthapati was satisfied. He was convinced that, the person who could throw all these coins, the moment I say, into the river, definitely they must have a lot of money. Therefore, at least my salary is ensured. So with that conviction, he started working. So this is also Sri Sannidhanam told in his Upanyasam, in his Anugraha Bhashanam. Then this period of Sri Bharati Krishna Tirtha Mahaswamigal and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, the most momentous period in the history of India, particularly for Hindu religion. Because they are the people who established Hindu Rajyam, Hindu emperor of Vijayanagara kingdom, was found in this year 1336 by his elder brother Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, who felt that establishment of Hindu Samrajya was at most important, was very essential to preserve the religious practices of people, to revive the Hindu Sanatana Dharma, and also to protect the people from the tyranny of invaders, Muslim invaders. Accordingly, he consecrated a stone sculpture of Sharadha in the place of sandalwood sculpture that was probably installed from the time of Adi Shankara Bhagavad. He renovated the temple and also the mud premises. In the year of founding the Vijayanagara kingdom, about 1336, Vidyashankara temple also was built, almost the same period. Then in 1346, King Harihara or Hariharaya and his brothers conveyed the free, this is how the Sringeri village developed. Free gift of 9 villages for the undisturbed performance of Guru's tapas, and to assist him in all his activities, 40 Brahmin attendants were given by them. His brother Marappa and son-in-law Ballappa went to Sringeri under his orders and presented this grant to Sri Bharati Krishna Tirtha. This is the earliest grant traceable now and inscribed on a stone slab in Sringeri premises. Then King Bukkaraya, the second king of Vijayanagara, on his ascension to the throne, proceeded to Sringeri and after receiving the blessings from Jagadguru, made a liberal grant of lands once again. On the consecration of Sri Vidyashankara temple, the Jagadguru divided the lands yielding 600 pagodas into 120 vrittis, 5 pagodas each, and gave away to 120 Brahmana families who were persuaded to accept the land and settle near the Mutt. Such is the beginning of the present town of Sringeri. This is how the Sringeri town developed from Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal's day. Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal was usually staying in Vijayanagaram at the request of Harihara and Bukka and the kings of Vijayanagara for a longer time. Normally he would stay there only, he will not come to Sringeri very often. But once he went to, on a pilgrimage, he went to Varanasi for a little longer time. The king Bukkaraya obtained a Srimukam from the Guru, Bharati Krishna Tirtha Mahaswamigal, and dispatched it requesting Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal to come back. So he returned to Vijayanagaram and thereafter they went to Sringeri. On this occasion, the king donated another parcel of 200 pagodas of land to Sringeri Mutt. This shows the Shraddha and Bhakti of the kings of Vijayanagara to Sringeri Mutt and Acharyas. Harihara too, the third emperor of Vijayanagara, also he was very devoted to Sringeri Acharyas. He consolidated the grants, ratifying all the previous grants and making his own additions to the land and other wealth also. Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, the 12th Acharya who adorned the Peetham from 1380 to 1386, only 6 years he was the Peetadhipathi of Sringeri Sharadha Peetham, because his younger brother was there at that time. Although this period of 6 years was short, but he was a Sishya of Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal, so he did wonders all across in India. His masterful intellect, his vast learning, yogic powers, capacity for organizing and consolidating the Hindus at a time when the Hindu society was in great danger, which we saw earlier. All the qualities only helped him to establish the great Hindu kingdom, Vijayanagara Samrajyam. The kingdom reached greater heights during his days and also in future. He ensured that it will be continued for many, many years to come. They could do only because of the anugraham of this great Acharyas. He was the guiding force and moving spirit behind Vijayanagara Samrajya. So if we are enjoying living in Bharata as a Hindu, we should be grateful to these Acharyas. But for them, Hindu is foregone. Like when Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal was in advanced age, he nominated Sri Chandrasekhara Bharati Aranya as his successor. Sometime after his nomination, with the permission of his Guru, he went away on a pilgrimage. There is Sri Chandrasekhara Bharati. He got permission from Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. He went away on a pilgrimage to several sacred places. In the meantime, King Harihara of Vijayanagara visited Sringeri and requested Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal to come once again with him to Vijayanagara. So now the Sringeri doesn't have a guru now, Peethadhipathi, because this Chandrasekhara Bharati has gone. And he also had to go to Vijayanagaram because of the request of the king. So what he would do, all the Mutt activities have to be carried on. There must be an administrator to administer. So therefore, he entrusted the management of the Matta to a later disciple, Sri Narasimha Bharati, and then left for Vijayanagaram and stayed there as the honored guest of the king for some time. and he attained Videha Mukti in Vijayanagaram only. Therefore, this Adhishtanam for Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal is found near Hampi. It is not in Sringeri. Even now also puja is being done and everything is carried out there. Sometime later the Acharya attained Siddhi at the ripe age of 119 in Vijayanagara. So at that time, king gave away extensive lands closer to Sringeri, to the Mutt. And the village thus granted was named Vidyaranyapura in reverent memory of Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. That is how Vidyaranyapura was developed. On hearing the news of Acharya's Videha Mukti, Sri Chandrasekhar Bharati, immediate successor, he who was away, rushed to Sringeri immediately, and the king took him to Sringeri and had him installed as the Peethadhipathi, that is the 13th Acharya. Sri Narasimha Bharati, who was still then administering the Mutt, with the permission of the 13th Acharya, went and stayed in a village called Haladi, near Sringeri. There he consecrated the Sri Chakra and spent his time worshipping goddess and did tapas. After Sri Chandrasekhara Bharati Swamigal attained Videha Mukti, he was requested to head the Sringeri Peetham as the 14th Acharya. So after Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, 13th and 14th Acharyas we have seen. So this is how the Parampara has come. Now we will see the greatness of Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal had mantra shakti, tapas shakti in abundance. Because of his tapas, Goddess Mahalakshmi had rained gold coins, gold bars, everything. And with the help of a Brahma Rakshas called Sringeri, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal used all this golden treasure for the construction of Vijayanagara Samrajya later. Once again, Sri Sannidhanam told this particular Mahatmyam of Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. When Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal was taken in a mena or pallak, we say, there will be two pillars to two sides. On one side of the mena, big pillar will be there, 4 people will be there carrying, and the other side 4 people. In Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal's mena, on one side human beings will carry, but on the other side Bhuta Vetalams will carry. See, that is the Shakti of this great sage. He had so much of control over even this Tamasic Devatas. See, Bhutam and Pishashi, Vetalam, all of them are Tamasic Devatas. Only he could control them. So that is the Shakti this great Acharya had. In remembrance of this great sage, Maharaja gave about 500 pagodas and created a village that we saw. Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal wrote lot of scriptures. At least I know Panchadashi, Anubhuti Prakasha, etc. He wrote the famous Bhashyam on Veda. He was so qualified, he was so highly learned. Veda Bhashyam he wrote and showed it to his guru, Sri Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal, and he sought his blessings. Vidyashankara Tirtha Mahaswamigal read this Bhashyam. He felt so happy and satisfied with his Sishya, and he did Anugraham to him. He said, you go and spread this across to all the Vedic Pandits in India. Look at the humility of the Guru. Although Guru had completely satisfied with the Bhashyam Grantham, he wanted the Vedic Pandits to understand, to accept it. See, that is the humility of the Guru. So he told Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal to spread it across, to discuss this Veda Bhashyam with Veda Pandits, go to different places and seek their opinion also, if it is acceptable by them. Once it is acceptable, then you go to different places and spread it. So that is the Anugraham he did. He went to different places He met different scholars with so many granthas he took with him. In one such discussion in a village, one Pandit raised one objection for one simple Harikesha Yopavitine, Harikesha. Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal wrote Bhashyam in a different way with the grammar. But this Pandit said, although grammatically you are right, but there is no place to split this word in Shastrams. So Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal thought about it for a moment, and at that particular place, in the midst of all those Vedic Pandits, he being a great scholar, he is a sannyasi, he told that I am sorry about this mistake, I accept. And he corrected there only, and he corrected his commentary also, Bhashyam. Such is the humility of the great Mahan, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. Whatever, whomsoever tells, the essence only matters. So it doesn't matter as to who tells. See, that is what the humility of our Acharyas. He blessed Sri Vidyaranya and Sri Veda Bhashyam. So that's how then Vidyaranya said, okay, he made small changes in that, and then he went to different places, and ultimately he wanted to go to Kashi, because Kashi is the Punya Kshetram where all the learned people, scholars would be there, and Kashi is Punyam in many ways. One is Ganges is there, river Mata Ganges, and Vishweshwara is there, and Kashi as a city is very famous, is very sacred. Therefore he wanted to go to Kashi. He proceeded to Kashi. On the way, one Brahma Rakshas he met by name Sringeri. Ghora Mukam. He was approaching Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal in the forest. Nobody is there. So Vidyaranya did not even bother about it. So he was not scared even for a moment. With compassion he asked as to who are you, why are you having this Ghora Mukam and all those, why are you living in this forest? What is the problem? The Rakshas then replied saying that during Treta Yugam, he got Tulabara Dhanam from none other than Ramachandra Murthy himself. But having received this Dhanam, he has to do Prayaschitta Karma, which he did not do. For not doing the appropriate Prayaschitta Karma for the Dhanam he received even from Ramachandra Murthy, he had to take this Brahma Rakshas Rupam and suffer. He told the story to Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. And then he said, now I am very hungry. You have to satisfy my hunger. So what should I do? He said, you have to give me annam. Tair sadam or annam he has to give. See, I am a sannyasi. I don't have the rights or capability to give you rice. I don't want to say no to you. So if you can, you accompany me. I am going to Kashi. You also come with me to Kashi. You can meet somebody and you can get your food from someone there. Brahma Rakshas accepted that, and both of them were going towards Kashi. See, this Brahma Rakshas, although he is a Rakshas or Ghora Mukam and all those, he had terrific powers. So he told Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal that when we go to Kashi, you have to meet Vyasa Bhagavan. So Vidyaranya said, how do I meet Vyasa Bhagavan? He said, every day, even today it seems, Vyasa Bhagavan would visit Vishwanatha temple. For the darshan of Vishwanatha he will come, but in a different rupam. People, ordinary people like us cannot recognize Vyasa. So even Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal was surprised that how can I recognize him, so I don't know. So Brahma Rakshas said, I will help you. And then both of them went to Kashi. They reached. They went to Kashi Vishwanatha temple. There one particular form came. Brahma Rakshas tells Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal that is Vyasa Bhagavan. So you catch hold of him, you fall at his feet. So Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal immediately rushed towards him and fell at his feet. You are Vyasa Bhagavan, I know. Vyasa said, no, you don't come near me. I am not the one. You please go away. He repeatedly he requested him. He fell at his feet. He said, I am not going to leave you. You are Vyasa Bhagavan. You have to do anugraham to me. Then he realized that, he knows what is the fact. So he said, who are you? Then how did you identify that I am Vyasa? For that, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal told that it is because of this Brahmarakshas only I could identify, otherwise I would not have done that. Then he said, okay, I am happy that you could identify, and both of you come to Badrig Ashram. There only we can discuss, not here. Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal agreed for that. So then he proceeded to Badrig Ashram, along with, of course, Brahmarakshas also. So, as I said, even today, Vyasa Bhagavan visits Kashi Vishwanatha every day in different rupa. Then in Badrig Ashramam, Vyasa Bhagavan gave darshan to Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal and this Brahmarakshas. Vyasa asked the background of both, and Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal told about all these stories and everything. And he said that I had composed Veda Bhashyam also. I would be happy if you can read it and give me your blessings. Vyasa Bhagavan was very happy to go through the Veda Bhashyam and blessed him that it is wonderful work you have done, and definitely it will be as long as Veda is there. I will give you anugraham for that. That is how he blessed Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. And then along with that, Vyasa Bhagavan felt very happy with his qualification, and he taught him Sri Vidya Upasana, Sri Vidya Mantra Upasana and Tantra Upasana to Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, and he blessed him to get all his wishes satisfied by doing this Sri Vidya Upasana. And that is how the Sri Vidya Upasana came down to all the people in this Bharata Desha now. From Vyasa Bhagavan to Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal to all the other people now. So with the help of Sri Vidya Maha Upasana only, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal also could accomplish the sankalpa of his guru Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal in establishing the Vijayanagara Samrajya. Then both Vidyaranya and Brahmarakshas started their return journey. The Sringeri told Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal that there was a huge city called Vijayanagaram in those days in Matanga Parvatam, which was one of the 16 most important sacred places in those days. The city was very prosperous and fertile, but because of the time and because of various factors, long years have passed, the city also got vanished. Now the Brahmarakshas requested Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal to re-establish Vijayanagaram in that place only and arrange food for him also. He is interested in his own self also. See, Vidyaranya said, okay, we will do that. And both of them reached Matanga Parvatam after worshipping Bhagavan Virupaksheshwara. There he started doing tapas and prayed Bhagavan Ishwara to accomplish his Guru's sankalpa in establishing Vijayanagara Samrajya at the earliest. One day, two people came to meet him. They were both brothers, Harihara and Bukka. They came to meet him and they told about the dream in which they saw a sannyasi giving them a lingam and blessed them also. The moment they saw Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, they realized that he is the sannyasi whom they saw in the dream, and immediately they fell at their feet and told him about their stories. They were from Yadava Vamsa, and they were kings of small kingdom, but they were defeated by enemies and they were driven out. They had been working in the enemy's kingdom for some time in their administration, but because of adharma and lot of other ill practices, atrocities, they could not work there anymore because of their dharmic bhavana. And they came out of that place. In search of Guru they came. They met Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal and they fell at his feet and requested him to reinstate them as kings. Then Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal immediately knew that these are the two people who are capable of accomplishing his Guru's Sankalpa, and therefore he blessed both of them. I know you will come to me, and I am doing Anugraham to you, I am giving Ashirvadam to you. Now you go to your place, collect your army, and start fighting with your enemies. You will definitely win all the lost kingdoms. Not only that, you will win some more. Don't worry about that. But when you come back and meet me victorious, you have to do what I ask. That is the order he gives. They were very happy. They said, okay, we will come back victoriously. Then they go back to that place. As the Anugraham given by Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal, they started winning wars after wars. So they were once again re-elected as kings. Satisfied with their victorious status, they come back to Mahaswamigal and asked him, what should I do for you? Because you told that we have some orders to be satisfied, so we are ready. Whatever the orders you give, we will satisfy that. We will do that. Then Acharyal told that it is the sankalpa of my Guru to establish a samrajya called Vijayanagaram and revitalize the Hindu Sanatana Dharma. You are the capable people, therefore you have to do this. They agreed. Acharyal was an expert in Jyotisha Shastra. He fixes a date and time for the Pattabhishekam of this king of Vijayanagaram. But because of some errors or something of some people, they advance the time on that particular day. All the festivities were going on, all the Karya Kramas were happening, but it was much earlier than Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal told. So Guru realized it, but Guru allowed the festivities to go on. They were doing kingdom, they were given the Pattabhishekam at not the right time. They had some hitch. So Guru realized it, but he did not discourage them. He allowed them to go ahead, waited for them to come back. Then after completing the Pattabhishekam, this king came and did Sashtanga Namaskaram to Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. Now Vidyaranya realized this error. He said, you are the king, I agree with you, but what are the things which you have? You list out all the details and tell me. Guru wanted to give Guru Dakshina. King wanted to give Guru Dakshina to Guru because he is the one who helped him to become once again the king. So whatever he asked, he is ready to give. So he told, whatever you ask as Guru Dakshina, I will give. So the Guru Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal said, okay, now you list out what are the assets and wealth, everything you have. So he details everything. The Guru Mahaswamigal tells, you give everything to me. I am the owner, even of this kingdom. You are no more owner of this. What would be the status you should understand? Everything he won, and then he is forced to give. It is not his wish that he will give everything to him. But because the Guru asked as Dakshina, so he says, okay, fine, because you are asking, I will give everything to you. He did Samarpanam of all the wealth to him. Then Guru was very pleased and very happy. Then, after receiving everything, then he said, I will give back to you everything. Now you will once again become the king, but as my representative. So I will be telling you what to do. You have to work under my control. That's what he told. Why all these things? Why he did not let go all this? Because it was the Pattabhishekam was not done at the right moment fixed by Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. The curse would be the kingdom would not last for long time. There would be internal conflicts, internal wars, and there will be disintegration of the kingdom. Vidyaranya did not want that have to happen. Therefore, he took the Rajyam from them. So he is the king. For him, nothing. So because he is a Brahmajnani, nothing can happen. No curse will come to him. And then he re-established this king back to his kingdom. as his representative. And this way, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal ensured that king and all the subsequent kings did only dharma karyam. He did not allow them to do any adharma. He ensured that the king used his wealth for the revival of Sanatana Dharma, for the Hindu religion people upliftment, and also for the temple Punaruddharana. Many temples were destroyed by the Muslim invaders. So he told the kings that all these temples should be renovated, all the destroyed ones should be renovated. In this way, he ensured that all the dharma karyams were done by kings. Then on one day, two ministers of this Maharaja, Madhwar and Sayanar, they came to meet Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal and requested him to bless them with progeny. Both of them don't have children. So they requested Mahaswamigal to give anugraham for putra bhakyam. Mahaswamigal knew that in this janma they don't have putra bhagyam. He did not want to tell them upfront and heard. What he said was, what was the objective of getting children? The objective is to carry on the Vaidika dharma karyam through your children to other generations. That is the purpose of having children. Whatever we do dharma karyam, whatever we do nalla karyangal, dharma karyangal, everything should be passed on to our children, and we should ensure that our children continue to carry on this dharma karya. This is the purpose of having children. So he says, instead of having children and doing all those dharma karyams, I will give you another idea, another suggestion. I have written all these granthas, including Veda Bhashyam. I will give everything to you. So you will be the owner of this granthas. And I will also bless you that this Veda Bhashyam and other granthams will be known only as written by you. So even today, because of his blessings, although this Sayana did not write Veda Bhashyam himself, but even today it is known as Sayana Bhashyam. Of course, in Andhra Pradesh and other regions, people continue to say Veda Vidyaranyam, they say. But most of the people know Veda Bhashyam addresses Veda Bhashyam as Sayana Bhashyam. So this is the great sacrifice, Tyagam, did by Mahaswamigal to please this Sishyas. Because he did not want to go against Vidhi. Had he wanted, he could have done that also because of his Siddhi. But he did not want to do that. He did not want to break the law of karma. He said, you go through law of karma, that is fine. But the objective of having progeny is to continue the dharma karyam. So through this you continue. Your name, your kirti will be known to people forever. So you don't worry about that. So that is how even today Veda Bhashyam is known as Sayana Bhashyam. Madhaviya Vidhi and Sayaniya Vidhi. That is what they are known. Out of Karunyam, he gives everything to them. There are a lot of similarities between, this also was told by Sri Sannidhanam, his Anugraha Bhashanam. There are a lot of similarities between Adi Shankara Bhagavad Pada and Sri Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal. Adi Shankara established, he wrote Prasthanatraya Bhashyam. He wrote Bhashyam on Upanishads, Brahma Sutram and Bhagavad Gita. Whereas Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal wrote Bhashyam on Veda. And of course, lot of Grantham. Adi Shankara wrote lot of Prakarana Grantham. Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal also wrote a lot of Granthams. Adi Shankara established Chaturamnaya Peethams and also chose the gurus, sannyasis to head all these 4 Peethams with the sole objective of propagating Sanatana Dharma. Similarly, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal also He established Shakha Mata, that is branch Mat, in various places in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Kerala, and all those places. He established. He was the first person to establish Shakha Mata, branch Mata. Because in those days, the distance between Sringeri and other places is quite huge. And people, now, like you can travel. Yesterday I came back from Sringeri to Chennai. 5 hours it took. Okay? Just 5 hours. Imagine the advantages of today. But in those days, it would take long days to go, long time to reach Sringeri. And also every region would be controlled by different Maharajas, kings, small kings. So they will always be at wars with each other many times. So the disciples, even if they wanted to go, taking all the troubles, they could not go to Sringeri and also to other Peethams also, other mats. So in order, wherever the people are there, wherever they wanted to reach the Guru, in those places, Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal established Shakha Mata. For example, in Kutali, he established a Shakha Mata. In Hariharapura, in Shivaganga, and also Avani Sringeri. See, all these places, to name a few, whatever I am saying, I am quoting only from Sri Sannidhanam. So it is his words. All of them are only branch matas of Sringeri Peetham. The only objective is to spread Sanatana Dharma and nothing else. If they have the, and also Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal has appointed sannyasis to all these Shakha Mata, similar to Sringeri Peetham and other Mata which Adi Shankara did. So that they don't have any property or any problems, they don't get involved into that. So this is the basic objective, and he also did that. Other subsequent acharyas, subsequent to Vidyaranya Mahaswamigal also started in different other places also. So this is how Shakha Mata also came, to reach people, to ensure that all the Sishyas are benefited by the Guru. Where the Shakha Mata sannyasi have some doubts on major issues, they have to seek the help from Sringeri Mata, Sringeri Acharya, and get the guidance. So that is the understanding of Shakha Mata. So these are some of the greatness, some of the points which we could share of all the Guru Traya, 3 Gurus, 3 Acharyas, 10th, 11th and 12th Acharyas of Sringeri Sharadha Peetham today. There are quite a lot of qualities they have. We don't have time, and I don't have capability to understand that also. Whatever Sri Sannidhanam has told, and I am picking up from various places, I shared it with you. So with this, I will complete this session. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye, Hara Mahadeva.